What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 1894. I'm there. I have Joe with me here today. We're talking about the Manchester Derby, the big one, one of the biggest games left in this season. Joe, how are you feeling coming into it?
In my opinion, I know we have Liverpool still yet to play at home. I think this is probably the toughest game we've got left this season in terms of our record against United. It is poor. It's very poor at home. I don't know what it is. It's something that we'll go there, we'll get a result, and they'll come to our place and get a result. But we can't afford that this time because Liverpool are just 3 points behind. Well, 6 points, but they've got a game in hand. But soon to be 3 points behind and could level it if we lose. So we do need to be careful. It's, we've got a tough run in now. I know Sporting's in there and that's irrelevant because we're 5-0 up. But Palace, we just drawn Southampton in the Cup. We've got Liverpool sandwiched in between two Champions League quarter-final ties. So it's a difficult one. I think the most important thing here is the result rather than the performance. Yeah, no,
we're just... I won't lie, I'm very, very, very nervous going into it. It's probably the most nervous I've been going into a derby for a few years now. But where there's so much riding on it, like this will be, not only will it be like, will it be something to get the points up, it'll be something to get the confidence up as well. Because I mean, it could even get the getting a good result. It could wake us up completely because we've been dog shit lately. We've been absolutely dog shit lately and still grinding out wins. We'll need a good performance for this, and if we beat them, we've obviously put in a decent enough performance where we can start a new foundation, build off it. Like it's absolutely massive coming into the rest of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, this could be a turning point if we, play as well as we can do. Because again, we got this running and we're not playing at our best. I don't know what it is. The turn in the new year, we played Arsenal literally first game of 2022, and we didn't deserve to win that one at all. I don't know what happened there, but ever since then, it hasn't really been us at our best. Obviously, we lost to Spurs. We somehow got a 1-0 against Everton, and obviously Peterborough was, it was a shaky first half, really, but second half, we've come out and we've just showed that we've had more quality than them, and really, it wasn't too difficult, but it should be a difficult game if United set up like they have done in previous years, which they might not do because obviously the arrival of Ronaldo has shaken things about. They've got Rashford who's off form. They don't have a Dan James anymore. Martial's not there anymore. So a lot of that core who would just kind of sit back and counter isn't really there or playing well at the moment. But obviously they've got the threat of Elanga, who's been on fire for them recently. He's a really, really good player I want to watch out for. And obviously a returning Jadon Sancho, who's hit a little bit of form.
He should have. I think we know John Costa, the United fan, he was saying maybe he should have been nominated for Player of the Month. So what a time for him to go and hit form coming into this game. Like there's so much where everyone's saying we'll go out and do them, we'll go out and do them, we'll go out and do them. It's not cut and dry. I'm fucking shit myself for it. But speaking of it, we're going into the team, and there's a little bit of a reason why I'm kind of shaky on it. I'm sure you've heard it already. The back four we're going with doesn't have Ruben Diaz in it because City are apparently sweating to get his treatment back to get him back in, and that maybe it's not going to happen. So we could be looking at another Spurs last season where we beat them, but we've gone for Edison, Walker, Stones, Laporte, and Cancelo, which is again, it's a very good backline. Like with Diaz, I know Diaz, he's been off the boil for a few matches as well now, I think as well, but these centre-half partnerships are still very good. Like, they're two very good footballers. I still say that, and I am still nervous. What about you? How, is this the make or break fit?
This is, surprisingly for me, not a problem having Stones instead of Diaz. Now, I'd still prefer to have Diaz because he just is that guy for us, or has been, of course. Going through a little bit of a shaky patch. Spurs is probably his worst game he's ever had for us, and Everton, he weren't too great, but Stones is more than capable. He, although has played absolutely no football this season whatsoever, really, at least at centre-back anyway, he's usually, he's got the big minutes in the big games out on the right, but he's got an unbelievable record. He hasn't kept the most clean sheets, but his clean sheet record when he's in the team is outstanding. We usually win when he was in the team. Of course, that can all change on Sunday, but he's more than capable. This is why he was here. He started. He was our second choice last season. And to be honest, the only reason why he's not second choice this season is because he started off injured, and Laporte came to the team when he was injured. If he's there available at the start of the season, I don't think we're in a situation where Laporte is second choice. But that's just credit to Laporte as well of how good he's been this season. And then obviously the fullbacks kind of speak for themselves. Cancelo has not been, top quality in the last few games, but it's better to have him in there because he's a player who can cause problems in and around the box, and he's not the best defensively, but every now and then he's very good at it. I remember last season at the Etihad, he kept Salah quiet for pretty much 90 minutes. So again, if he's there, I imagine he'll probably be on Jadon Sancho, which again is going to need to be on his top game defensively because again, Sancho's hit form and we need to be careful of that. But it's more than good enough. John Stones is a £50 million signing at centre-back. He is more than capable. If you are nervous with no Diaz, I don't see it because it's still just as good and as capable.
I think, personally, I could be wrong, but I find it very strange that just after Laporte's gone Spanish that he's starting in it. But it's nothing to take away from Laporte again. I think he's great. I think he's been the better of the two centre backs recently when Diaz has played. I don't think it's a very high bar. But going to midfield, talk Rodri straight away. You can't have anyone else in there. Same with Bernardo. Just both speak for itself. We've gone with De Bruyne. You know how we feel. Really should be Gundogan, but De Bruyne is not going to be dropped out of a game like this. Do you think in midfield?
I'm confident that this is what it will be, but I'm not confident in the midfield. Given recent performances, De Bruyne has failed to impress numerous times this season. We go on and on and on and on about him, but I don't know what the problem is with him. If he can't have, I think I said it for Spurs, it's a big game. He's supposed to be this big game player. There's no reason why he couldn't play well. He didn't play well there. He didn't really play well against Everton. He got a rest in the Cup, so he's I'm 99.9, almost 100% sure he's going to start this game. Otherwise, he would have played in the Cup. So, expect to see him, but I don't know whether you should expect a performance. I'm not expecting any type of, pulling up trees performance here. I'm expecting a little bit of frustration during the game, especially to start off with. I really hope I'm wrong, but I've been proven right about this so many times that it's just sad now, really. I desperately want to be proven wrong about this situation, but it just never, ever seems to happen. Gundogan's been unfairly treated. I think right now I'd have Foden in the midfield over De Bruyne. We saw against Peterborough, he pinged one from the halfway line and got an assist. Inch perfect pass. That's what De Bruyne used to do, that he's not doing at the moment. So there are multiple players I'd rather have starting over De Bruyne, but he will play, so you've just got to kind of stick with it. But the saving grace is, if he does decide to go with no Gundogan at all, we should see Bernardo Silva put back into midfield, which is probably the main thing that we've been lacking when we've been playing subpar.
Yeah, definitely. It takes the energy out of it completely. Having two slow lumbering players in there just doesn't work. I think we were almost going to put Gundogan in, but we just kind of axed it off last second because he played in the Cup. But then going into the forward line, I think the midfield, it has to, 2 out of the 3 can speak for themselves. You can't talk much about it. Going into the front line, then it's Mahrez, Sterling, Foden. I think it's the best front three we have at the minute. I don't think we should be switching that up just yet. I think for the big games, that has to be it. Mahrez has got, I read it earlier, I think it's 22 goals and assists in 30 games. It's something unreal like that. He has to play. Sterling's been in form. He has to play. I don't care how poor he was against Everton. The matches before that, he's been outstanding. He has to play. Foden, obviously, goal against Everton, great reactions on him, and then that unbelievable assist against Peterborough. But the thing is as well, did he play 90 minutes against Peterborough?
Yes.
That might be the only question mark over him starting, to be honest, but I think he will start. He's young enough, he can play 180 minutes in 5 days? He play 180 minutes over the course of 5 days. What do you think about before we go for a score prediction, what do you think of the front three?
I think Mahrez and Foden, obviously they played 90 minutes. The only two subs were the centre-halves, to my knowledge anyway, against Peterborough. So anyone who played there will have played 90 minutes. And again, there's been a big gap Tuesday to Sunday. That is a pretty big gap in terms of normal City fixtures at this time of year. So they get in. I think they speak for themselves. Now, Sterling is the interesting one here because no matter how good his form has been, he has an absolutely appalling record against United. I don't think he's scored against United, at least not for City anyway. He usually always has. Not for Liverpool. So there you go. He's not scored against United in his career. He usually doesn't have an overall good game, especially the last couple of years. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has given him an awful time recently now. It's up in the air whether he'll play because they keep sticking with Dalot and played Lindelof at right back. So who knows there? But I don't know, man. Sterling, you have to play him because of his form. He's our top goal scorer in the league. But you have to be wary that it's United. He doesn't score against United. Is he ever going to break it? Is he ever going to score against them? If there's ever a time, you'd think it would be now. But then again, you go a few years back in, when we're getting 100 points and battling with, Liverpool in the back-to-back. He should have probably got one there as well because of the form he was on back then. So, I don't know, man. I don't see anyone else taking his place. I don't think Jesus impressed, but I don't think him or Grealish are ready to start games like this. They've only just come back from injury. I don't see anyone else unless you put Gundogan in there, and if you do that, then you're pushing Bernardo Silva out of position. So it's a tough one, but you've got to be able to trust players like Sterling to have good games, even if they don't have a good record. Like, it's going to come at some point. At least I hope so.
No, he can't go his entire career without scoring against United. But I'm going to wrap it up first. I'll get your score prediction.
I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. I think United spoon loads of chances every game. I saw against Watford, they had a massive XG and it was 0-0. So they'll get one chance and score it. Probably be like a Langa or something, or Sancho, and he'll celebrate, which will be annoying. But realistically, we should be winning this game because they failed to beat another relegation fodder team the other week. So this shouldn't be a problem if we play how well we can play. But our form has not suggested that we have been playing that way. So, who knows? But I am confident that we will get a win. I think we seem to play well under pressure, and Liverpool have put us under immense pressure.
I'm not confident saying this at all. I do think, they since Ragnick's come in, I think they've created the most chances in the league. So if, realistically, we should be keeping them out of Watford or keeping them out. I don't think they're spilling as many as we're making out, but I don't know if they'll actually get as many chances. It's a hard one to call because we can have such a good defence, but they can create a lot of chances. I think they'll score, but I think we'll score more. I'm going to say 3-1. I was going to go 2-1 until you heard that. I'm going to say 3-1 City. I don't have any actual mystical goal scoring predictions. So we'll wrap it up there. We have a watch it on, don't we?
Yeah.
We have a watch it on. We have a review. So see us for that one. Thanks very much.